Yes, my people, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, man. I hope everyone is doing well. Listen, I've been doing some thinking, man. I've been doing some thinking. Ever since Daniel Dubois pulled off his fight against Joseph Parker on the 22nd of February, with an illness, you know what I mean, a mysterious illness, we're still not sure what he has. People are saying it's a cold. I don't know, man. You know what I mean? But I've been thinking about it. Like, every time these guys are pressed on it, they ask them about it, Uncle Frank, Con Charles, do you know what I mean? They always say, yo, if you want proof, just go to the British Boxing Board of Control, man. Go to them. They were there. They were present. They're the witnesses. Do you know what I mean? The doctor advised us for Daniel not to fight, etc. Even Daniel Dubois, he came out. Yeah, after a month, he disappeared when MIA, he recently came out, did an interview. Even he said exactly the same thing. Like, it's like these guys are just reading from the same hymn shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, Daniel Dubois said, oh, if you want proof, go ask the British Boxing Board of Control. But then I'm listening to an interview with Andy Lee, Joseph Parker's trainer. He's saying that, look, we've had no proof whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got no proof. You know, that's why there's a bit of doubt whether Daniel Dubois was actually ill. Do you know what I mean? Like, whether there was actually something medically wrong with him, because Team Parker having had no proof of it. Do you know what I mean? So why have Team Parker not received any proof of Daniel Dubois' illness? It don't make no sense. Like, surely Team Parker can request proof from the British Boxing Board of Control. Is there some sort of red tape or brick wall stopping them from getting that evidence? I'm just asking a question. As a boxing fan, I'm asking it. It's like, why haven't Team Parker been able to obtain that information? What's actually stopping them? Because we've heard from Con Charles, we've heard from Uncle Frank, and we've heard from Daniel Dubois himself. They've all said the same thing. Go ask the British Boxing Board of Control. But then Andy Lee says, we haven't had no proof. We've got no evidence of it. They haven't sent us over nothing. So what the hell is going on here? Do you know what I mean? And also, like, Daniel Dubois' reputation in the past month has taken a massive hit. Do you know what I mean? He's taken some crazy trolling online. Like, people have really gone in on him. He's been taking some smoke. Yeah, including for myself. I ain't wanna sit here and act like, yo, I ain't giving Daniel Dubois no smoke. Yeah, I have, you know what I mean? You know me, I keep it real. I'm the realest in the game. There's no doubt about it. No doubt. I've been giving Daniel Dubois smoke. I've given Con Charles smoke, Uncle Frank smoke, the whole Duck Dynasty family. They've been getting smoke, man. Do you know what I mean? They've been getting that smoke and they've deserved the smoke. They've deserved it because they're trying to treat the boxing fans like idiots. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're blind, like we're not entitled to our opinions or anything like that. Of course you're going to get that backlash from it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, yo, Dubois taking all this reputational damage. Frank Warren, Con Charles, all them guys have been getting smoke. Why not just to silence the doubters, to get rid of the conspiracy theories? Why not just release the evidence to the public? Why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not just to stop all this nonsense from happening, from people just chatting? Release the evidence, mate. Show us that Daniel Dubois was ill for real. There was something wrong with him. Do you know what I mean? Because there's no point of Dubois coming out, Uncle Frank coming out, Con Charles coming out, constantly having to defend themselves, constantly having to try and shut things down, constantly trying to pull fires out, because at the moment, mate, that forest is burning. Rumors have spread. Wow. There's even people saying, I've been, do you know what I mean? Not on this channel. You won't get on this channel, but I've been hearing in other platforms, people saying, yo, Daniel Dubois, do you know what I mean, was caught with foul play. Apparently there was some foul play in there. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Pads, whatever involved. I don't believe that because I haven't seen no evidence of that. No one's proven it. So I'm not going to run with that. That's not the type of guy that I am. It's not my style. You know me, I keep it real. I'm just a real, honest boxing fan. Do you know what I mean? But what I don't understand is why, to make their life easy, why not just release the evidence and show the fans? Because that's the thing. Your reputation is not damaged by promoters and things. Your reputation is damaged by fans. Do you know what I mean? Because you're going to get people like me coming on here and now just be talking about this subject. Do you know what I mean? And it's not just me. Then you got people on other platforms talking about it. And before you know it, people start putting 2 and 2 together. Like, people start making their own minds up. Do you know what I mean? I don't put false narratives out there. I just look at the evidence, what's been presented. Do you know what I mean? And then I put it back out there to the public. And the fans and the viewers, they make up their own mind. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on the side of anybody. I'm just on the side of the truth, like I always say. Do you know what I mean? So Daniel Dubois, Uncle Frank, Cone Charles, man, if you want to stop fighting every time you come out on the media, you know, if you want to get rid of this backlash, if you want to save your reputation, like Daniel Dubois is actually a decent kid. You know what I mean? He's not the best speaker. Do you know what I mean? He's not Tyson Fury. He hasn't got the charisma. He's not marketable like Anthony Joshua. He's not a Canelo. He's not them guys. Do you know what I mean? You can tell by the interviews he's done in the last few days, yeah? He's not really confident on the camera. He hasn't grown yet. Do you know what I mean? He needs more training, more media training. He's not media savvy. And that's fine, innit? These men are fighters, innit? They're there to fight. They're not really there to be like PR type of guys. Do you know what I mean? That's not their job. Their job is to get in a ring and fight and win belts, win titles. You know what I mean? But Dubois has taken a lot of damage, his reputation. And I feel sad for the guy. It's weird at the same time, but it's sad as well to see how the whole situation has played out. But they can just squash all these things. They could just put out all the fires by releasing the evidence to the public. Look, come on. What have they got to lose? Let's be real. What they got to lose? There's nothing to lose. It's not like if they show us the evidence, all of a sudden, oh yeah, you're bowing down to the public, or you're bowing down to the fans, or you know, you're bowing down to so-called clickbait merchants. That's what Uncle Frank says. Clickbait merchants. You're not bowing down to nobody. You're not bowing down to YouTubers, influencers, none of that. You know what I mean? You're actually preserving your own reputation. Do you know what I mean? Because Daniel Dubois is 27 years old. He's still got a long career. He's still got a long career. And you know, some decisions that are made by management, promoters, can impact the reputation of a fighter long term. Do you know what I mean? And who's the biggest winner in all this? The biggest winner is Joseph Parker, Team Parker, Andy Lee. Do you know what I mean? They're the biggest winners, and they didn't even have to throw a punch at Daniel Dubois. They didn't. They didn't have to throw a single punch. They've just won by default. Do you know what I mean? They've won by default, man, by just being honest people, being respectful people. That's how they've won. They've won this battle. They've won this war, man. Do you know what I mean? And people now demanding Joseph Parker to fight for a title. And it's all because Daniel Dubois and his team is their own fault. They created this whole notion, this whole narrative, this whole thing that's playing out right now. Blame me on Uncle Frank. Blame me on Cone Charles. Blame me on Dubois' dad. The whole team. It's been a disaster, mate. If I was advising them from the get-go, I would have told them, yo, listen, let's just be honest with the public right now. Let's show them the evidence. Let's apologize for the whole situation. And let's move on. It would have been nipped in the bud straight away. But no, they want to play hardball. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to look like they're weak. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to look like they're weak. Now, Dubois has taken some massive hit, reputation damage. People are calling Daniel Dubois the duck, triple duck. They're calling him all types of names. Do you know what I mean? You got the poor kid coming out after he's been hibernating for a month trying to defend himself. He has no clue what the hell is happening in the world. He's calling out Usyk, Parker, Chisora, AJ. He's calling everyone out under the sun. Makes no sense. While your promoter, Uncle Frank, he's saying that you're going to fight Usyk, but then you're calling everyone out when we all know you're not in control of anything. Uncle Frank controls everything. You don't, Dubois. We know it, boy. You're not fooling us. Uncle Frank controls your whole life. Not just your career, but your life also. You know what I mean? And Con Charles is in on it as well. He's conniving with Uncle Frank. Do you know what I mean? They're two, Uncle Frank, Con Charles, these two individuals, yeah, have damaged Daniel Dubois' reputation, man. Do you know what I mean? At least for now. Now, in the future, Daniel Dubois, of course, is young. He's 27. He can go out there, fight, win a couple of fights and prove everyone wrong. And the narrative will change again. That's how life goes. That's how boxing is. That's how sport is. But for now, Dubois been getting that smoke. Just release the evidence and just squash all these rumors. Like, just get rid of it, man. I know, do you know what I mean? We as fans, we can't obtain the information because obviously you've got doctor-patient confidentiality. We can't obtain those information. But Team Parker should be able to obtain it, surely, from the British Boxing Board of Control, unless there's some red tape, unless someone is blocking it, unless the British Boxing Board of Control are also restricted. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they're binded by doctor-patient confidentiality also. Maybe the British Boxing Board of Control, also, they can release that information. I think the reason why Uncle Frank, Con Charles, Daniel Dubois, these guys are all saying go to the British Boxing Board of Control because they know the hands of the British Boxing Board of Control are tied anyway. They can't release the information either. That's why they keep referring us, the Team Park and everyone else, they just keep referring them to the British Boxing Board of Control because they know even if you go there, you're not going to get that information. Maybe that's why I'm looking at that's the reasoning because listen, if you wanted to clean up your image, save your reputation, man, it would take Uncle Frank 2 seconds, man, a click of a button, proof will be online, I'll grab it, we'll read it, we'll come on here, talk about it. If there's apologies to be made, people will apologize. It won't be me, I won't be apologizing because I ain't said nothing out of line. But those who need to apologize will have to eat humble pie and apologize to Daniel Dubois, Uncle Frank and Con Charles. Even though I still believe some of the moves that they made, some of the schemes that they've done behind the scenes is foul play. Do you know what I mean? Like coming straight after when Dubois announces that he's pulling out the fight, like literally the next 2 days saying that, yeah, we want to boot the Usyk fight. See, that's where the suspicion comes in. That's when people are looking at you with side eye. They're like, what's really going on here? Like, what's really happening here? It's been a disaster, the whole PR thing. But listen, if you want to make it go away, like I said, show us the proof. And all this will be forgotten about. You will not be getting all this hassle. And you wouldn't have to come out in the media so aggressively trying to defend yourself. You wouldn't have to do that, man. You know what I mean? So Uncle Frank, Con Charles, Dubois, do the right thing, guys. Do the right thing, man. Show us the proof and we'll leave you alone. Do you know what I mean? That's it. I want to leave it at that. Listen, let me know in the comments, man. What do you think? Should Frank Warren release the evidence to the public, to the fans, so that we can see it and just squash this thing and move on? And also, should they show it to Team Parker? But apparently, from what Andy Lee's been saying in an interview, they haven't seen no proof. So they have doubt themselves also. He's questioning them as well. So should at least, if not the public, Team Parker receive the evidence of Daniel Dubois being ill? Let me know in the comments, man. Or do you think it's all been a cover-up? These guys are lying. Dubois wasn't really ill. These guys are scheming behind the scenes. There's something bigger happening. Let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it, man. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. I'm your boy Enzo. Please don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.